might even have to use 2 hands for that.
All of my friends, they were litty as hell. Run it, let's start things with the latest bands. Whole kitty gang just doing a thing. Boom, what the dogs can't have. Oh, meow, but a Kit Kat stack with a mouse.
Morning. Thank you guys for coming. I am very grateful that I can travel all over the world to do these things. I think it's pretty darn cool. So I don't know how far you guys are coming from. I know we have some Netherlands folk. Anybody further than the Netherlands? Or did he win? Christian won? Nice. This place looks awesome. Today should be a beautiful day. I think overcast, 60, 65 degrees, whatever the heck that is in Celsius. Don't know. Do you guys use Celsius here? Okay. Are we the only ones that use Fahrenheit? Probably. Okay. That makes sense. I think it should be perfect riding weather, perfect teaching weather, perfect learning weather to where we're not out here, dying in the heat. Should be pretty good. Should be able to keep some moisture in the track as well. Hopefully get some lines worked in. I really want to make today just the ultimate learning experience for you guys. So we'll break you into 2 groups so that you're in with riders that are of your skill level, so you don't feel like you have to have your head on a swivel throughout the day. And you can really just go a speed that is comfortable for you. With that being said, go slow. In fact, go slower than you have in a long time. If you can't go slow and ride at 50% of your perceived effort or lower, then you are not going to be able to apply anything that I'm trying to teach you today. Ultimately, what we're going to try to work on is recognizing where your weaknesses are, prioritizing what you need to focus on, and then it's a game of forming new habits and breaking old ones. Although you want to use other people sometimes as reference points to see, okay, what is this person doing wrong or what are they doing right and how can I learn from that? Don't compare yourself to others today speed-wise. That's where you'll get yourself in trouble. Really try to focus on yourself, your own improvement rate, and that really applies after today as well. There is something to be said about being competitive. That's important to some extent, but I don't think that being ultra competitive is always the way to go with motocross. I know that last year I spent all year living with Jet and Hunter Lawrence. I trained with them every single day. And Jet and Hunter are not necessarily the most competitive people in the world. They just want to learn. That's it. Every day that we went out on the track, it was just about learning, trying to find the small things, trying to get a little bit better. And with that mindset, you can kind of be more creative, which when you watch Jet and Hunter ride, especially Jet, it looks quite different. It looks creative more so than, he's out there just bashing himself into the ground. And that's the way that I like to teach to ride. I like to think that I ride the same way as well, a much, much slower version, but that's okay. Today I'll do a bunch of demonstrating. I'll use this bike to demonstrate so I can actually talk as I'm doing it. You form the foundation that we'll work on today and you will forever get faster. You'll never have to try to go fast. That's the beauty of it. It's another thing that we worked on with Jet and Hunter. It was only technique work. I'm talking simple technique. We would ride in circles in a field and we'd focus on upper body and you see it. You see the difference. The only person that rides even close to Jet and Hunter in the US at least would be a Sexton. And besides that, it's just a huge drop off. And you're starting to see that in the results now. So little guys, especially if you want to do this one day as a living, potentially, learn how to do it the right way because things are starting to change. 90% mark in the turn. You get comfortable with that, then you sit the 80% mark. You're comfortable with that? Keep reversing it. What you'll find is that as I demonstrate, my sweet spot usually ends up being pretty close to the 50% mark in the turn. So I like to stand until I'm about 50% of the way through the corner. And remember, both feet are staying on. This is a perfect rut to start to get comfortable with both feet on the pegs. Perfect rut. So first time through, standing all the way. Getting used to the rut, looking ahead. Second time through, sitting at the end, looking ahead, sitting here. The last one would be my sitting point. If I were to do this in a race, that's where I would sit. Where did I sit in the last one? Probably 50% of the way through-ish. Is that fair? As soon as you're in the rut and you know that rut's going to hold you, you can use more front brake to slow that bike down, and it creates the appropriate lean angle. It's like a perfect cheat code to be able to get yourself around that rut.
Never pants in any weather. The world revolves around you. Greedy and a bit needy. That's what I like about you. You're perky, pouting.
The next drill we're going to work is going to force us to do lefts. Now we're going to do one hand drill. It will shed light on where your weaknesses are immediately.
Jump on the direct express.
Let's make it right.
Don't be a spoiled brat, baby. Get out tonight. Jump on the direct express.
Let's make it right.
You two could do one-handed, couldn't you?
Easy, mate.
Light work.
I don't know.
I
I've
even
never,
have to use two hands for that.
I've never seen you put kit on yet, so I wouldn't know.
Anyway, I'm not convinced Kelsey even knows how to get around the track. We've literally,
Telling me it's hurling.
we've just said, no, I won't keep saying the opposite. Yous lot keep saying you watch your send it. I'm like,
Throw a
yeah,
fatty.
into the bank. That'll be me in that ditch. Like it was the other day.
Did you watch that crash?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's bad,
Man, I watched that vlog. Sat on the shitter.
Jump on the direct express.
Let's make it right.
Don't be a spoiled brat, baby. Get out tonight.
Number 7, where you at? I'm gonna be super nice. Can you give me 10 push-ups? You're fast, obviously. And I know a lot of you guys and young guys, I don't know who you train with, probably focus on speed a lot. The one thing I learned about staying at Jet Hunter's house, we didn't work on speed, ever. The speed just happens because we are so focused on small little technique things all the time. So if you wanna be pro, Supercross or whatever you wanna do, how old are you?
14.
You're 14? Speed doesn't matter at 14. Speed doesn't matter at 16, doesn't matter at 18, doesn't really matter at 20. If you want to have a long career until you're 30, 32, like look at how old everybody is now in the US. Like all Tomac, Barcias, they're all my age. They're all 30 to 32 years old. You got plenty of time. Just slow down now and fix some of these small things like the footwork, like that upper body stability. You do a lot of moving around, right? Try to move less on the bike, and then you'll end up going fast automatically, right? Can you give me 10 good ones? One realization for sure was the first couple laps, you guys were very tempted with going too fast. I think some of you caught yourselves in the act and just slowed yourselves down, which was good. Good job. That looked a little difficult. Retired? Or was it uneven surface? What's going on there? The reason push-ups are important, by the way, for a motocross athlete, a lot of people, believe it or not, can't do a high plank without doing this or doing this, which is crazy to me, right? So push-ups are important because it requires core strength to be able to hold that proper high plank position. That's it. You don't even have to go through the motion of doing the push-up. Like if you just do the high plank position, that's what I'd want. So as I run you guys through this technique, what you're gonna notice is that as I jump further, my speed will come from behind where the number 5 Stark is, kind of right through here. If anything, my throttle on the takeoff will either be the same or be less. The common mistakes that I see with jumping is that riders are afraid to approach with speed, so they come up too slow and then they just rely on all of that last second power to get them over the jump. What that last second power does is that's what creates the unpredictability. So you either get wheel spin, or you catch traction out of nowhere, or you get that crazy kick out of nowhere, and it's hard to tell which way it's going to spit you out. Where if you get that speed ahead of time and just maintain smooth, steady throttle, have the correct body position, I think you guys will be amazed that, 99% of the time that bike is gonna shoot perfectly straight. This was one of the bigger tabletops, so I could totally see riders jumping this one the speed that they were jumping that one. And where you would downside that, you would 3/4 bounce this one. I see that all day long. And unfortunately, what people do is they will live in that bounce zone indefinitely. It's just, they'll spend weeks, right at that 3/4 mark. Is anybody here guilty of being that guy? Because I see that all the time. If you are that guy, you have to make a decision. Either go slower and jump halfway to where it makes sense, or commit and go full distance. And I'll be able to help you guys through that process. I'm gonna run you guys through a demonstration of each step of the progression. Remember, approaching to the jump face is attack position, acceleration version of the attack position. So straight legs, head forward is how we'll approach. When the bike goes into the transition, you'll let that bike come out from underneath you, which is where the legs go to basically full extension. As you crest the top, it's a very natural movement, same exact movement that you would do on a BMX bike or a mountain bike, just letting that bike come up to you. Super natural. If you're mistiming it, it means you're probably forcibly doing the movement. And if you're forcibly doing it, that doesn't make sense. Just let the bike come up to you. Very, very natural movement. So I'll just go just about halfway, just short. A big thing with that is when I land, notice how, yes, I land front tire first, but I also keep the legs super strong. I don't go past this point when I land. Too many people are guilty of, when they land, they do this and just let the whole body go through. So I'll jump it just about to the downside, this one. So that was the bounce zone. Didn't bounce, right? That's the beauty of landing front tire first and keeping those legs strong, is you won't get that ricochet of a bounce off the bounce zone. Now, I'll jump it to the downside this time through. Notice, all it's gonna be is more acceleration back here. It should look pretty darn simple when I go to do this. Knees back. Head forward, super smooth, landed front tire first. Keeping that head forward creates that nice arc through the air. What I'll do now really quick so the faster guys can watch, I'm gonna do one a little bit more at speed with the slight scrub so you can see what that looks like. If you get a kick, the way to fix it is by keeping your head forward and by keeping your hips in the right position, and your hips are what will bring the bike back. If our head comes behind crossbar pad and our back rolls, then we're a passenger along for the ride. But if you can keep your head forward, create that separation between upper body and lower body, your hips can pull that bike back around. Or if the bike doesn't come back around, your hips being in that position can make it so that your back tire can land out beside you and it's fine. You land with a little bit of power and it will straighten itself right back out, which is quite nice. First of all, thank you guys for coming. That was super fun. Make sure that, because I won't be watching your free ride, that you don't just throw caution to the wind and forget everything that we worked on today. Hopefully what today did is started to drill into your head a little bit of the idea of riding with a bit more intention, riding with a little bit of focus on the technique instead of just trying to go fast all the time for no good reason. Anchor yourself with the focus of just creating one intention each day that you go to the track. That's it. It's as simple as that. Pick one thing technically that you can focus on, whether you're practicing or racing, to focus on for that day. That is all I ask. If you do that, you'll get less nervous. You'll be able to actually track your progression a little bit better. I think so many people are just really pulled into just the distraction of, oh, I'm just going riding with my buddies. And next thing you know, you're out there going too fast for what you're comfortable with. You're not paying any attention. You're jumping stuff you shouldn't be. And next thing you know, you end up getting hurt. So Just always ride with that intention if you guys can. You guys good?
Yeah, crack on. What are you gonna do?
How's the
Warm up
track?
and then a heater.
Well, if I'm feeling up to it. No
Feeling up to
promises.
it.
Is the track good?
There's rocks in places. Get up and down. We'll be fine.
Standard dirt bike track.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, put it this way. You need to up it if you're going to get anywhere near it. You're at 150.
What was that last one?
1 minute 50.
And so what's the fastest?
143.
Yeah, 1.3.
Oh my god! Wow. So still, I mean, I didn't feel like I was going that slow.
5 seconds off.
That's a lot. I could get it. I'll get it down in a couple of seconds. Where are you starting and stopping it from?
Here.
Here.
Let's jump.
Yeah, the price now. He's going to jump that in. Ow! A little bit more.
Oh yeah, that'll save me 2 seconds right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's so much faster.
That'll save me 2 seconds right there.
Did I get faster?
No, it's 148 again.
148?
Yeah.
Wait, is that what I ran before?
You just have to come back tomorrow.
No, that was
150 before, I think.
So I got down 2 seconds?
2 seconds, yeah.
Okay.
That's a big chunk of a lap.
I could.
That does make a big difference, doesn't
It
it?
does,
that
but I
slower?
still was going too far left. I don't know if you
I
can
think
tell.
that's slower.
No.
No,
That's
it's way
fast.
quicker.
Is it?
For sure.
You carry so much more speed though.
It looks
Yeah.
slower
It's-
because you have to like
It's
stop
slower
on the way out.
I'm doing it. You don't have to stop on the way out. Because you could go double and stay right and hit it
Yeah,
really
yeah.
fast. Was that you filming towards me?
Yeah, you still came all the way
Oh, wicked.
to
I
outside.
thought I was going to run into you. Yeah. I was nowhere even close.
No, I got filled in with roofs there.
The roost hurt on these. Didn't they?
Oh, yeah. The roofs on these are like nothing else. I mean, bad. I couldn't imagine racing with 20 of them. Or 40
Imagine.
of them.
You can't get away from it. Like just spread.
You need actual armor.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
good.
that'd be a fun lap time to go after. It would take me a few days and I would need lighter suspension.
Yeah, that's stiff. That
But
is
that's
stiff.
fast. A 143 would be wicked fast. Yeah, this track is fun and flowy. The only thing as an American that I wish it would have was one good sized jump.
Yeah, these are small for America.
Yeah, very.
But these are big for England.
Yeah.
There's nothing for practice tracks. There's nothing really big. I think it's because you're trying to cater for all levels, really.
Successful day. Successful day. This is my second time back to the UK. First time at Moto 101. This track is legit. Ryan's cool. The whole group of people that works here are super cool. Students were awesome. Track flow's nice. Dirt is good. It didn't rain, which I don't know if you guys lied to me, but apparently all it does is rain here.
Definitely this year.
Didn't rain. The sun never came out, but it didn't rain, so
Yeah.
I'll take it. Overall, a good day.
Mega. What do you think about your fast lap? Do you think you could get up to that?
Yes. No. To 143, yeah, but it would take me a week,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
We're gonna list the excuses. Lips are chapped. I don't ride. That's an actual real excuse.
Yeah.
So what I will say is the Stark just gives you arm pump
Yeah.
instantly. So if you're not in good riding shape, the Stark is inviting and you think like, oh, I could rip on this thing, and then within 3 turns your arms are just
Yeah.
swelled
yeah.
up like a balloon. So whoever has that 143, that's fast.
Legit. At least you got the double. Only 2 other people have done that double. So
Great. Yeah, went off the track, but we got it.
you can take that.
I'll claim it.
All